Okay, so what I want to do in this video is just go over this Gantt chart here. This is something I put together to try to just visualize all the things that we need to get done before the sale ends in February or late January, sorry. Um, yeah, everything that is crucial, just in a big picture view, should be on here. And then I've colored these by the type of resource that they would need. Um, so just to go over the colors first, these green ones, a stark green color, is developer throughput. We currently have 2 full-time developers through SwiftChain. So, so as you can see, we have right now the UX touch-ups on the governance and the minor governance redesign. Um, and I don't think we've actually started this one, so I should actually move this forward a bit. This one I think is actually kind of done by now. I'm not really sure on that, but this is just for estimation purposes anyway. So, and then the yellow is Skulk, orange is me, and this dark blue is designer work. So we have one designer, again, through SwiftChain. And the idea here is that for any day or week, I can sort of scan through this and make sure that we're not double booking some crucial resource. Yeah, now this, according to this image, it would appear that we are done with everything mid-October. I don't expect that to be true at all. It'd be nicer if I could define this actually in terms of story points instead of days. I'm sure that as we move forward here, we'll be moving some of these out. I intend to basically use this chart as a live tool and just kind of move everything forward and just to make sure we are not dropping any balls here. Anyway, so to start at the top, we have governance. Governance is definitely a must to get this to get Foundry, totally independent and sovereign, which is crucial by the time the sale ends. Um, we are mostly thinking about this in terms of deploying the Matic governance, but once that's deployed, we'll probably deploy the mainnet governance as well. And that's an orange resource. That's me, so I'm going to be heading that. But before we do that, we got to get the contract tests passed, and that's and defined as well. So that's the main thing we're going to be focusing on now. And then sometime during all that, we'll be sort of having a minor redesign of the governance. Let's see if I can actually just show what the governance looks like right now. Um, it's functional. It just doesn't look amazing. So yep, voting power, come on. Maybe I need a hard refresh. It's taking a while to load here. Let's see if I'm getting any errors. This is odd. Oh, lots of errors. RPC error. Okay, well, never mind. We've demoed this last demo day. I'm not sure what's up with this particular build. But if you saw that, you would see that it's functional, but the interface could use a little bit of work. So anyway, that's what this is. Minor governance redesign. We have one of our developers is pretty good at sort of on-the-fly redesigns, so he'll probably just take a pass and just make it work quite a bit better without really needing to get an actual designer to look at it. Because again, the governance isn't really for end users as well. It's not for customers, I should say. It's just for friars. So we need it to look better, but we don't need to like really polish it like a project, like a product. And yeah, these are the major things that we'll need to get governance complete. So in this case, I would say if all of this stays on track, then we'll have governance launched and complete early October. And then I just kind of want to say maybe give it another week or two to really, I would say another week or two of wiggle room might be realistic. The next thing is Leverly here. Let's see, Skulk is still working on the first draft of the contract, and everything else is kind of waiting on that. Although I think the landing page, I guess one thing we don't have here that is in progress, and maybe I could just add this, is the branding strategy. So let's name that, and I'm going to color this lighter green, same as there, which is that's Chris of SwiftChain. And maybe we'll just put this like this. I'm just going to roughly say a week and a half. Again, this is not really to be completely accurate. It's just to get rough approximations of the complexity of things, so that I know that we're not double booking some crucial resource. And then just thinking about what relies on this. Nope, nope, nope. Design landing page, that relies on that. So we'll put that there. And then, so now to make things consistent, I'm just going to move this forward there. But yeah, so then we'll need to take the DEETH dashboard, which is nearly complete. It should be complete by then. But actually, that's maybe a good... because I don't have that here either. Let's add another one here. And that is a developer resource. And it's not exactly part of Leverly, sort of is. And we are on that. We've been, of course, working on this for a while. I expect it to be done just in the next couple of days, though. There's just one more bug. So I'll put that here. Let's move it up. And let's make this a dependency of, yeah, this one right here. But yeah, so when that's done, and when we have the branding strategy complete, or, yeah, sorry, when that's done, we can start converting the functionality of that to Leverly contracts. We'll also need to write a white paper. That's me. I'll be working on that. And then we'll need to go through sort of a review and audit of the contracts, which, of course, that kind of bleeds into the first draft of the contract there, just in terms of how that work looks. Yeah, design landing page, implement landing page. I should really say implement landing page. Yeah, well, yeah, that works. I was going to say design, but the landing page is all design. Yeah, and then we'll launch the Leverly app landing page and get it live. And that's just a little milestone there. And then after that, we'll start the Leverly marketing. Typically, if I have something on it, it's just one day. I just haven't really scoped it out. So, but that's just a start task. So, don't think it makes sense to really time it because it'll be something that starts and then goes on into the future. So again, if all of this holds up and we don't go over deadlines on any of this, that would be mid-October there. But I would say, again, maybe let's add 2 weeks of wiggle room for maybe a more realistic estimation there. So by the end of October, we might have Leverly live. The NIMS is the next thing. This is sort of my pet project here. There's a few things that need to go into this. The first thing is the core rendering proof of concept. So that's just making the NIMS rendering work like I think it should. Let me just check and make sure I'm in the middle of the camera. I am. Yeah, just getting something basic and but sexy looking. So that's what I'm proving here. In fact, in the planning, I was calling this proof of sexy concept because that's sort of the crucial thing. If these don't look good, there's not much point in pursuing this. So that's what I'm working on now. And then I have associate Dog, who he's working on making sure we can get the thing that renders these things to render to SVG, which is important to make sure that our NIMS work with OpenSea and everything like that. Next thing will be the final rendering engine. So this is assuming that I get this done here and the team and we all agree that, yep, this is something worth pursuing. Then I'll actually finalize that. And then alongside that, Skulk will be reviewing and finalizing and auditing the contract, which I've already written the first draft of here. And that includes the bidding mechanic as well. And then we'll also need to build the DApp functionality in the design. So what does the actual web page look like that you go and you mint these NIMS at, or you bid for these NIMS at? And then finally, we'll have to implement the design on top of the functionality there, and then launch them all. And so, yeah, so the soonest this can get done then is, again, sort of mid-October. And then if we add another couple weeks of wiggle room, we get the end of October there. That's pretty much it. Those are the big things we're focusing on. There's some other general things that I haven't really scoped out in terms of time that we just don't want to forget about. We'd like to redesign foundrydao.com. We'd like to implement a permapost landing page redesign that Dog suggested. Let me make this bigger. We'd like to get the Foundry Discord tip bot working again. I have a friend who says he's working on it. We'll see if he actually gets that done. Right now we're kind of waiting to see if this volunteer work actually gets done. We'd still like to get permapost hype, but that's something we've sort of just not been focusing on lately. Very much open to ideas on that. And then we want to get listed on DAO aggregators, which that one depends on the governance being complete, but that should get us some PR as well. And then just to track it, I'm tracking the sale end date here as well. So if I move over here and scroll down, sorry. So that's the sale end date. So that's just so that I can visually see how much time we have left. So as the weeks and months go by, this thing will sort of be extended outward as we push things forward. And maybe certainly new things will be added as well. And then as we get to this date here, which seems to be represented by that line is there, that line there too, we will have an awareness of that approaching deadline and rearrange things as we go. So yeah, that's just sort of a brief slice of how I've been thinking about things and what we are keeping track of. If there's anything that you guys see here or don't see here that you think should be included, or something that you don't think we should be pursuing, then yeah, definitely let us know. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I just wanted to give you guys sort of in a way, a more in-depth roadmap. And this was an easy thing to do since I was using this for my internal sort of planning purposes anyway. And I can show you guys this without having to design a whole landing page PDF or image. So, yep, that's all I got. Thanks, guys.